attention the review of the events which took place over the last 24 hours. In the Lugansk sector, the enemy violated the ceasefire regime between Stanitsa Luganska region, Stanitsa Luganska and Chastya, shooting from the right bank of the Siversky Donetsk river. In the Donetsk sector, on the front lines, Zaitsevo-Mayorsk, the enemy again used the barrel artillery, 122 millimeter howitzers. They shot about 160 shells. This is the record-breaking number for the last 6 months. Also, they consecutively used the mortars in Zaitsevo-Mayorsk, Klinitsk, Avdiivka, and Opitna. They launched about over 200 mines of both calibers at our positions. The most severe shooting took place in the early morning between 5 and 8 a.m. The most complicated situation, as before, remains off of Avdiivka. Here, this front line section, they have the biggest number of the shootings on the part of the illegal armed forces or formations than anywhere else. Despite this rather severe firing, the ATO forces hold their positions and efficiently fight back. All in all, there were 43 shootings on the enemy shootings, each third of those using the heavy weaponry. In the Mariupol sector, there were 4 enemy shootings. In Marinka, there was enemy's sniper. In Shirokina, they used 82 millimeter mortar. Also, they violated ceasefire in Talekivka, where the NATO forces immediately start to fire back. Over the last 24 hours, none of the Ukrainian servicemen was killed, 4 were wounded. Also, they wounded off of Avdiivka and the volunteer paramedic. Law enforcement officers detained several rebels. The other day, the Volnovakha policeman established the idea of the local residents who was associated with the illegal armed formations. Being unemployed, he joined the ranks of the rebels in order to earn some money. He took shifts for 1.5 months at the enemy's checkpoint near Avdiivka, and then returned back to Novotroysk when he understood that he was not going to be paid. One more rebel was detained in Kramatorsk by SBU officers. The local resident joined the band formations in the spring of 2014, and they took shifts, armed shifts in the checkpoints. Because he was not paid, he actually surrendered. He left his position and came back home, where he tried to hide away from the law enforcement officers. Another ex-rebel actually made use of the program They Wait For You at Home, and he came back to his New York deer. The resident of Slovyansk joined illegal armed formations back in 2014 under the being infected by the Russian propaganda. Then again he took shifts at the checkpoints, inspecting the motor vehicles, digging trenches, etc. Some time later, he understood the absurdity of the Russian world, so to say, and he actually went to the government-controlled Ukrainian territory within the framework of the above-mentioned program. The law enforcement officers seized weapons and arms in the ATO zone at the checkpoint between the border of Donetsk and Dnipropetrovsk regions. The law enforcement officers found in one of the motor vehicles 2 grenade launchers and 4 fuses for the RGO grenades. Yesterday, they found another hiding place with the weapons. It was revealed by the Mariupol policemen. They seized four manual anti-tank grenade launchers, etc. And also there were another 26 trucks coming through the Zaitsevo and Novotroitsk checkpoints, carrying 385 a ton of foodstuffs